Hi, this is Susan. We're here looking at the Pretty Pleater. This is Pretty Pleater 1, and this is 1-inch scale pleater. And see, you can do curtains, skirting for a vanity, skirting for a bed, and it's pretty informative. I don't know if they've updated it, but it's several pages. And I'm just going to tell you how I did it, because I did it a long time ago on the curtains on this room box that we're going to explore in part 2. Well, it'll just be another video. But see the curtains? They're here and they have ties to pull them back. And this was where we learned how to do this in a club group. And then I did these curtains a couple of years ago. And I'm noticing that if you see this is really pretty. I don't recall where I got this. May have been on the internet, like on Temu or something. But you can see how pretty, and you can see it's flat. And I'll pull it out, and you'll be able to see here that it's got the ripples. But it's also, I've noticed, it's very yellowed. Now, I don't mind that in my dollhouse because, they would get yellowed over time being in the window. Certainly the dollhouse windows are yellowed and I can't get them out. So, because the glue is holding up so well, they're all just glued together. So, that's okay. It was a fun project. Now, I use the Pretty Pleater in conjunction with this really old fabric stiffener called Stiffy Fabric Stiffener. So I recommend, this is put out by Plaid, and it's probably from the this says 19, it might be, I don't know if it's 2009 or something. It's really old. I'd say 2009 would be accurate. Okay, so look in the Plaid products for this, but look for one that says it's non-yellowing. I don't know if this one said it, but, and also you need to shake this because it gets clumpy down in the bottom. And if you've got your own still, shake it up real good. Okay, so this Pretty Pleater is supposed to have come with a little plastic thing. I bought this off eBay. And I actually made my own using coffee stir sticks, but I can't find it. So if I find it, I'll show it to you. But I don't know where it ended up. I didn't have this. I couldn't find one in time for the project. So I actually made it. And I took just a piece of wood. And I took these coffee stir sticks. I cut them in half. And I went straight up and down with one, gluing it in. And then I took half and put it next to it, and then I went straight up and down with a full one, and half, and straight up and down, flat and half, and flat, so back and forth, and I made the pleats, and that's what I made these curtains on this. I actually made, these curtains on the wooden one that I made. It wasn't till later that I might have made part of them, and then I got the Pretty Pleater in, and I probably finished but I started on the wooden one that I made. And so you can see I'm using the coffee stir sticks to go ahead and push my pleats in. Now, they gave us some kind of plastic thing, and I don't know where it is or if I ever got it. So I'm using this. Either you can use like an piece of acrylic, or when I was stiffening this lace, I went ahead and left this in. I don't suppose that's the coffee stir sticks is why it got yellowed. I don't know. But there's several methods of doing this. And in this one that I did my curtains in my dollhouse, I put everything in here. I put the coffee stir sticks between them so that they would definitely stay in, because it being a man-made fiber, fabric, it wants to like pop out. It doesn't want to form pleats. It wants to work against you. So that's why I put the sticks in there. And then I took like a container. you need some kind of like lettuce container or something, and like put this in the sink with the container at the base of it and literally run. Let's see, let's see if I can show you. Okay, so here I've got this plastic container. Just set this inside and then run the fabric stiffener, down this. Because of it being a lace, it's not really absorbing very fast. If it was cotton material, yes, it would absorb really fast. And then I just ran it over it and then put this down at the end again and ran it over it until it all finally got wet. And then the coffee stir sticks helped it stay pleated to, overnight. Now, when you do pull this out, it does want to stretch out. You can see these pleats are not near as tight as these pleats, here with the sticks. So it will pull out. So the next thing I did, because when I was making my curtains, I was like, what if they, I didn't want them to be like that shape, where they don't look right on the window. So I went ahead and took a stitch across, because this has so much stitching in the lace. I just went ahead and stitched across it. And you can't see it very well. I mean, into the dollhouse you wouldn't see it, but I was trying to keep the shape of them in general so that this would be fixed size. And of course I had to gather at the top. So I just, ran the single thread, and this is my front side, and you barely see this one right here. I don't see this one, and I don't see this, and I can see this up here. And then I put some lace or ribbon, flowery. It was flowery little embroidery ribbon across here. It was little flowers to cover up my gathered line and my stitching. And then it has this decorative finish. Now, I could have gone a little bit bigger, I guess, at the bottom, because it kind of pulled in right on this side. But I really was, just not wanting it to go, outward too much. So that's a choice, and you can actually run this stitch across. You just want to, pick up just the tiniest bit. If you take out your sticks, you could run your stitch while it's still in the pleater after it's dry before you pick it out, of the pleater. But it's going to be stuck. Because of the stiffener, it is going to be stuck to the silicone pleater. And then when you pull it out, it spreads it. You can see, they're spread out. They're still pleated, nicely pleated. This part's the regular fabric that didn't get pleated. And it's still pleated after, I don't know, 2-3 years. I don't know how long it was that I did it, but it was the last few years. So it's just up to you how tight you want your pleats to stay. Now this one over here, I've put this in here. I don't know where this came from. I don't know if I purchased it or we made it in the club, because we did do some, but it fits in the pleater, so I assume it was done in the pleater, and I'm just going to tell you how this appears to have been done. I just really can't remember. So this side, this is using netting. That's just one of many methods. This Pretty Pleater book has several methods. And we did different for the cotton material. This is netting. And you might need to put this like netting onto a piece of cardboard to cut it, to make sure you get the sizing that you need. But the netting is going to hold the pleats. And so what you're doing is you put the lace all in the pleater and, excuse me, turn the sides up. You can glue them, but what they are using to attach the netting to the back, now you need to do front side down, and you're going to put the netting on the back, is they used an adhesive spray. Or I say they, because I just don't remember. And when I can't remember something, I say they. But it could have been me. I really just don't recall this at all. So, and if somebody's seen this, then tell me where it came from. But then I could get more than one, because I only had one, so I couldn't use this lace. So if somebody has seen this, I'll pull it out and show it to you the front. But anyway, so they, use the adhesive on the sides to go ahead and roll over the side hem right here. And let me just pull this out so we're not confused by what's going on with this one. These coffee stir sticks are excellent for this. And see, I'm saying it just, comes out and there it is. And it's up to you how tight you want your pleats, or but the yellowing, I say, if you're going to go to the expense of lace, you might want to, really work on getting a non-yellowing stiffener. This is very old, so I don't know if over time it's just going to do that. Don't know how that works. So this is all in the pleater, and so then you use the spray, turn on the sides, and then get your hem, and then use it on the whole piece, given that it's inside the pleater, and then put your netting down on top of it to stick. And that should stick with the adhesive. And you can't use heat on this, but there's several methods. We used heat on this, and I think we used hairspray as well on this these pleats here, and they have stayed. I mean, this room box is from 2015, so it's at least 10 years old. Probably around there. Maybe somewhere, it's somewhere around 10 years old at least. So it was funny because it was talking with, after Tiny Craft Life did her tea set, we were talking about tea, and I forgot this room box was about an afternoon tea. So I'm going to show this to you for all of you in Great Britain who get overlooked, and because we're always talking about, at least I am, about what's available here in the States. And so I actually made this to be an afternoon tea. And the title of it is Afternoon Tea at Mr. and Mrs. M.T. Nestor's. So get it? M.T. Nestor's. So we'll look at that. But anyway, this is the end of this one. This one we pleated it with the cotton fabric, and then we put heat to it to set the pleats. And then it seems like we sprayed hairspray because we were in a club meeting, so we couldn't, use stiffener wet like this. And it seems like either we sprayed it first and then put heat to it, or we put heat to it and then sprayed it. But it's all in this pretty pleater. If you want to get this is a very old product. So you could get this off of eBay, but make sure you get your instructions. And then you can come up with a piece of acrylic plastic if they don't send you the plastic to stick down. You can also use the coffee stir sticks. But they've named the various ways to iron on, to use stitch witchery, to gluing, steaming, pinning, and on pinning board. Don't know what that means. So it's just endless ways, because I guess there's just, with each fabric you're going to have a different way you want to do it. But it's lots of fun, and they turn out wonderfully, and they stay in. That's definitely stayed in. And the lace might be a little bit more difficult because it grabbed onto the pleater, but it does have, nice size pleats. They're just a little fuller. But lots of fun. So you might want to try it. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'm going to do part 2 and show you this box. Thank you. Bye.